the resolution relative to the existential threat posed by nuclear weapons in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. So it does a couple things. So it expresses the determination of the Commonwealth to embrace the Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons. So as you know, similar resolutions have been passed by the legislatures of California and Oregon and the Maine State Senate, New Jersey Assembly, lots of cities and towns in Massachusetts, thanks to your good organizing, including Amherst and Leverett and Wendell. It calls on federal leaders to take immediate steps to prevent nuclear war by renouncing the option of a nuclear weapon first strike, and as ending the president's sole and unchecked ability to launch a nuclear attack. In 2018, which is, I think, the most recent NPP numbers, the U.S. had 2179 billion dedicated to nuclear weapons and their related programs. Massachusetts taxpayers contributed 706.55 million. And so I looked at that in terms of budget priorities that my constituents have, and I have in the form of legislation. So we have a bill filed this session that I'm happy to file called the Cherish Act, which would make up cuts to public higher education. It's been cut by 31% over the last 2 decades or so, and it needs $500 million in investment. It would also fill a projected gap of special education teachers, now understood to be really critical as we face pretty significant learning loss as a result of the pandemic, and of course, inequitably felt learning loss across race and class lines, rural lines. So 57.8 million for the projected need of 549 special education teachers. And then, of course, we just passed this big climate bill and overrode the governor's objection. And this would dedicate wind power for 150,000 homes. And of course, we need to see that kind of public investment if we're going to meet a net zero Commonwealth by 2050. And then some money left over for regional transportation, not enough, but just to round it out, 2.5 million. So the moral and ethical case for nuclear disarmament is clear. There's also, of course, a fiscal stewardship case.